We,
Hi, Olen. Yes, I see you on TikTok, and thanks for that the stuff that you're sharing on there.
oh, amazing. I'm so glad that you're benefiting from our videos that we're putting out.
Yeah, no, I I get it. All the stuff that seems to be on my timeline, so I get all of it, and I definitely learn a lot from it. So yeah, thanks.
That's
I
amazing.
thanks
Yes.
thanks for getting back to me. Yeah,
Yes.
I've been busy. I'm busy with my plans and stuff to do some reno and development with my property at home. And I'm actually just we resubmitting, and I need to just get my act together in terms of the finance for
Yes.
doing the development.
Yes.
So I don't know if you want to ask questions or if I'm just share where I'm at the moment.
I just wanted to quickly check with you. You
Okay.
mentioned that you have a current home loan on the property
Yes.
that you're
Yes.
holding. Where is that bond held with? Who is that bond held
That's
with?
what answer.
Okay.
So answer.
Okay, great. Okay, that's good news for me because there's only a few banks that allow us to administrate further extensions on existing facilities, and ABSA is one of those banks that
Okay.
I'm allowed to do this for you, or they do
Okay.
allow us to act as an assistant and a support to you on the application and administration process. Um,
Okay.
and basically you can do one of two things or a combination of them, right? You can either, if the property is worth currently much more than what the bond is owing, you could do a straight further bond for that portion of equity. So
Okay.
let's start there quickly. What is currently, if you had to sell your property on the market at present, what would you gauge that conservative market value at currently?
Okay. So the two of my neighbors, whose houses are pretty similar in terms of size and house size and specs. They sold for 2.5 to 2.55. That's the neighbor, next door neighbor, and the house next to you.
Okay, great.
So I'd say more or less in that ballpark.
Okay, great. Okay, great. So that's a great gauge for us because if I take that value and I take off, let's say 1,020,000, is that correct? Am I right in saying it's
What? 1 million to what's it? 1 million one hundred and
1190?
ninety.
So
Yeah,
so so,
1190.
so 1190, sorry. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
1190. So that gives us a difference of about, let's just say 1.3, just rounded off, right? 1.3 million
Yeah.
in terms of equity available. So what we usually guide clients with in these particular instances is, first and foremost, try and get the further bond. If your project is able to fit within just a further bond, that is the best way to
So,
structure. Because if we have to go to a full-on building loan, it becomes more expensive. And also the banks only pay you out in certain progress draws, and they're quite
prices.
strict on how that goes. So the project that you are busy with concluding with your plans and your contract quotes and things, do you think that it would all come within the 1.3 million marker?
It could be. I think it can be done. I have got quantities of looking at the pricing at the moment. I am a builder, so
Oh,
yeah, that's sort of my
great.
neck of the woods. Yeah.
Okay, so I think so based on the bank's rulings, they would go up to, like I mentioned, the max market value that the property is currently at. So the bank would
Okay.
value it at that, and then of course they would look at the affordability as well on your income and expenses. But if that's all fine, then they can go up to that ceiling limit, which will give us
Okay.
about a 1.3. If, let's just say, at the time that we come to almost the fruition of your project, or the project is at the stage where, or you are halfway through and you realize, okay, look, I'm going to need a top up of some funds. At that stage, we could engage again with the bank for a building loan
Okay.
for the finishes, for the last leg
Yes.
of things.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is some, but you would I would rather have you first and foremost do the further loan portion and thereafter tackle, if need be, if it really comes to that, a actual building loan with all your documentation. But just bear in mind that it has to be registered with a registered builder, project. So NHBRC
Okay.
has to be involved from the word go, because if we go back to the drawing board to the banks, for that little bit of top up, they are going to
Yeah.
call for those enrollment certificates for the
No
project.
problem.
Yeah.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right, so just one other thing is from my side, I'm going to email you all the documents that I require to, engage with APSA on this further bond. Are you currently running your own business, or do you work full time? Is there another partner or spouse involved on the application? Are they also full time employed?
Yeah, both of us are full-time employed.
Okay,
And then I've got
excellent.
a sideline business here. So the building is sideline, but I also
Okay.
work for a construction company.
Okay,
So
great.
yeah,
Okay. Do you feel that we can or only need to use the full-time joint salaries, or do you feel that we would
yes,
all, is that
yeah, I
fine?
think you just use a full-time
Okay.
salary.
All right. Perfect. Perfect. Excellent. I think that's everything from my side for now. I don't want to keep you too long. The email address I have on file is com, and I can forward you all the necessary paperwork we need to assist.
100%.
Fantastic. Thank you
That's
for your
fine. Thank you
time.
so
It's
much,
been
Olen.
great chatting. And if there's anything else, we can, stay in touch. This is my WhatsApp line, and my email, of course, will come through to you as well.
Okay, good. Good.
Great.
Excellent. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Have a lovely afternoon.